you. But that's my first Sabbath here. Yes, obviously last Sabbath was the first Sabbath. I was in Welkom in the Free State. Today I'm back in Bethlehem. So it's very nice not having to travel too far. So a new year brings new challenges, but today I'm bringing a challenge to you. At the end of the year last year, Tani Lianai sent a message out saying whoever wants to do Sabbath school or whoever's willing, please let her know. And if there are any new, not assignments, but programs or projects that we want to run, please let her know. And this is one that I still wanted to do in the beginning of last year when we just moved here. But she actually literally mentioned the name that I wanted to do on the invitation for people as an example. And I think I was the first one responding, said, I'm claiming that one as my own. And that is, for those who saw the message, is fixing up a parkie, fixing up a little park. Now, I don't know about you. I come from KZN. A lot of you know, there's at least Tannie's ook van Natal af oorspronklik. So there's one or two old Natalers here as well in the Free State. But one thing that I grew up with in a little town called Dundee, there were only two parks. It was down at close to my auntie's house, and the other one was close to my other auntie's house on the other side of town. There were two parks. And out of the two parks, there was only two swings that worked, and one of those things where you hang on the chains and you go around in a circle. But ons ouer mense nou baie dronk en naar sal maak. But one thing I realized here in Bethlehem is that there are actually quite a few parks. I don't know if you've gone for a walk around or a drive around town, but there's actually quite a few parks in the residential area where there's a playground for kids. But if you go and look closely, those playgrounds haven't been updated and fixed up in a long time. And the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because I've got two small kids. And in our street, there's a play area, a play park. But the kids can't play there because the wood is rotten, there's no stairs. It's actually dangerous for the kids to play there. And I thought this is an ideal opportunity. Vern's sitting there with this, I can see he's got his thinking cap on, because I think he knows where I'm going towards this, is that I will work with the men's ministries team in this regard, but that doesn't mean the ladies can't help. We need help. I mean, all the ladies quickly go like this. Just go like that. I just want to see something. Okay, so everybody can do something. So if you can do this, you can do this with a screwdriver. Okay, it's not a big jump from that to this. Okay, so you can at least put a little screw into a plank or something like that. But let's see if we can fix up a park or two this year. Even if we can, if we want to, we don't need to say anything, but if we want to, we can even just put a little sticker on the park or something like that. Wouldn't that be nice to serve the community in something that takes children from inside in front of a screen to outside in the fresh air that God has created? Just to give them that space where it's safe for them to play, where they're not going to climb up and end up looking like Pinocchio with all the wood in their hands, etc., but where they can play and enjoy and be children outside. Then, I must just watch my time. Secondly, Vern, I'm giving the men a lot of work this year. But once again, ladies, just go like this again. There's nothing wrong with your hands. Okay. I've spoken to Justice and Anita. Who has heard of or who knows kind of where Christenburg is? Christenburg is literally on just past the airport where the civil engineering is. You turn there right. Then your first stop, you go visit Tanya and them. And then after that, you go to Christenburg on your left. Now, there is a lot of work to be done there. I think if I understand correctly, Anita has actually been tasked with a great deal there to help out at Christenberg. And that is something that she can't do by herself. That is something that our church can get involved and not just help out with the children. Because, by the way, youth leader and assistant youth leader, there's a lot of youngsters there at Christenberg. There's a lot of things that you guys can also go and do with the kids there. But the homes that the people are living in at the moment, they are leaking when it rains. They are falling apart. There's a storeroom that's got a little kitchen in that needs updating, and even their church needs to be updated and helped out. So these two are more physical projects for the year. It's good to be physical, right? I've got a feeling somebody said being physical and laboring outside is actually better than going into a gym, Tanya. So let's get active. Let's go every now and then on a Sunday and actually go and do some work in our community. Let's go and fix somebody's house up with a lick of paint and a few duckspijkers, whatever that is in English. And let's go give them the comfort as well that we can provide them from a church. Let's also go and inspire kids to play outdoors again by fixing up and giving them the opportunity of fixing up. I was even lying in bed this morning thinking about how can we inspire kids to play outside? How can we even use a playground to get kids to know about Jesus? Well, there's a lot of wooden poles where we can put a little Bible verse on, a Bible story. And if there's artists, who's good at painting? Tanizandri and Abby, okay. Well, I'm sure there's some places where a little Jesus mural can go up inside of a play area. So it's things that we can think about. Or otherwise just print a picture and put it up. But we can use that as well just to reach kids and children in our community. So if you want to get involved, please contact me, and I will also get in contact with the men's ministries and also the women's ministries. So it is not just anyone that doesn't get what they can say we don't have a way of helping, but that everybody can help as well as the youth. We won't give youth the painting because they just fall off of horses these days for no reason. But I'm sure there's things that the youth can do to reach the youth at a place like Christenberg and reach them with the good news that we care and we love for our community. Any questions? Complaints? If you've got a complaint, speak to me afterwards. Let's not ruin the Sabbath. Any questions on that? Yes, Casper. Yeah. Yeah. I actually saw the other day, we walked down that road, or was in our road, to that park that's the closest to us. And probably about the half an hour that we were there, 2 families came with their children. And that was during school week, just after school. So they want to, they're eager to do it. It's just they can't really, all they can do is climb up and go down the fireman's pole, and that's it. And they still played. So I don't know about most of the other, I have seen here and there kids by the other playgrounds, but I know most of the playgrounds, the grass is overgrown and it's falling apart. I know in Panorama, there's a big one. It's even got, I think, an old tractor, old train or something like that in there as well. So they're there, they're just not being looked after and cared for. So, yeah, I'm sure we can make a plan. And maybe when it's fixed up, we can send for that neighborhood. You can just go knock on the door and say, listen, the playground's fixed up, we're sitting there and we can get the youth to do I don't know, a nice little poppenkast or something for everyone there. We'll see. We'll speak to Chris. That Chris sounded very Afrikaans, Chris. And then we can maybe organize something like that. It's like a little opening for that, and have the kids actually come and see, and the parents, of course, to see that. Any other thoughts or ideas? We will probably plan all the fixing up around Assie's schedule when he comes and goes, so that he doesn't get off on this project. Yes, any other thoughts or ideas? If not, Calvin, how long was that mission video? I think it was about 2 minutes. Okay, then we'll go over to the mission video. We have already taken up the offering.